now that I'm in Fort Lauderdale, I'm getting settled, I'm building a routine again, I'm getting back to going for walks, eating healthier, all of the things. And I was reflecting just now, realizing how much of this is a mental game, how much mental rewiring we have to do. And the crazy thing is, it's not even like you do the rewiring once. No, I feel like I have to rewire for a million different little things. For example, food's a coping mechanism for me, right? For a long time, one of my comfort meals was grocery store sushi and a pint of Ben & Jerry's, chocolate fudge brownie specifically. But I would have 2 of the longer, like fancy rolls at the grocery store and then a whole pint of Ben & Jerry's. It would take me like 2 hours to eat all this food, but this would be like my dinner. It lasted for years until at some point I finally sat down and realized, what am I doing? This doesn't actually bring me any comfort whatsoever. Stop. And I had to mentally tell myself and remind myself, because then I would go to the grocery store to buy that meal because I needed comfort. And then I would literally get to the grocery store and be like, what are you doing? This isn't going to give you the comfort. Eventually I got to the point where I would no longer go to the grocery store, and I just automatically eventually kind of rewired and said, like, this is not a comfort meal anymore. But it's wild because I thought that lesson would have applied to all the foods, and it has not applied to all the foods. It happened again last night. I wanted a comfort meal, and I also wanted something crunchy and salty. I am a crunchy snacker at night. We had club crackers. I wanted something else, but we only had club crackers. So you know how the club crackers come in that stack? I sat down with a brand new stack and I said, okay, I'm just gonna eat a few of these just to satisfy the craving of crunch and salt, right? Tell me why halfway through the entire stack, I had eaten half of them. I sat there and I looked and I was like, what am I doing? This is not enjoyable. What are you doing? And I had to sit there and reflect, like actively reflect while I was doing the thing and say, this doesn't bring you the comfort that you thought it brought you. And the wild thing is, I know that it's going to happen again. I'm going to reach for that box of club crackers and I'm going to have to actively remind myself, this does not give you comfort. And it's going to take so long to rewire that connection in my brain that goes for comfort. I'm actively finding other things to comfort myself, other hobbies, other activities, puzzling, reading, things that are not eating. But it is just wild. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just wild to me how you can learn something or think you learned something, and then lo and behold, you haven't learned it at all, or you have to learn it again and again and again with the other food or the other habit or whatever it is. And it's just kind of brutal because you think, I'm 36 years old, I can handle this, right? No, you got to learn every single freaking day is another lesson. I don't know if that's relatable. I don't know if that's helpful to you. All I know is this is fully a mental game. There's a lot of rewiring that has to happen up here, and it's going to take a long time. So if you're on this journey, I hope that helps. Have a great day.